Hey, welcome back to the Coin Box. Today we're taking a look at the fourth group of modern US Mint dies currently on the market. Feeding off of the successful release of the 1995-96 Olympic dies, which were met with high customer demand, the US Mint decided to once again market and sell more coin dies, but this time, unfortunately, with one huge difference. The face of the dies would be completely ground off. I'll be referencing this US Mint catalog page that came with my set. The Mint decided to market these circulation coinage dies in coin and die sets in 4 different denominations: 1 cent, nickel, dime, and quarter. The sets were issued from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but were issued to customers randomly. Each set came in a priority mail box like this one. Inside we find a foam pack that houses the COA and a black pouch containing the coin and die. I have 2 sets, a cent from Denver and a dime from Philadelphia. The COAs contain all the relevant information pertaining to the history of the dies, and I think it's awesome that you can find such detailed info on them. You can see that the dime die was used for 2 weeks and struck 378,000 coins before being retired because of wear. The cent die was in service for 4 months and struck over 1 million coins, which is crazy to me. And apparently it was retired because it was just time to peace out. Unfortunately, we can't see for ourselves the wear on the dies because, as it states above, this die's original striking surface image has been removed in conformance with security procedures governing circulating coin die disposition. So that brings us to the main reason why so many collectors are turned off by these sets. The moment they grind off the entire face of the die, the mint themselves consider them to be scrap metal, as proven by the 1968 and 1994 dies, which only made it into the public's hands precisely because they were sold as scrap. So unfortunately, by completely defacing the die, the mint cancelled not only the die, but also cancelled out a lot of the attention and demand these sets would have otherwise garnered. That's not to say that it isn't neat to be able to buy a die that was actually used in striking coins. I think the coin and die sets were a really cool idea, but I just wish they had done it right. But more on that in my last video in the series. The fact that these were completely defaced also sadly made them a poor investment. If you had bought one of these when they were first issued over 20 years ago, you would have paid between $30 and $40 per set. That might not sound like much since these sets are currently worth between $40 and $50, but if we flip this over, you can see that back in 1998, you could have purchased instead a proof American Silver Eagle for only $24, or a 1/10 ounce proof Gold Eagle for $70, the cost of 2 coin and die sets. Both of those items have more than tripled in price since then, while these sets remain much closer to their original issue price. For comparison, the ex-cancelled Olympic coin dies were issued at $49 a piece and are currently worth between $600 and $2,500. Yes, that's due in part to low population numbers and the proof finish on some, but it's clearly mostly due to the cancelling method employed for each release. I don't have sales figures for these sets, but assuming they all sold, the nickel dies had the lowest population numbers at 1,300, while the 1 cent dies had the highest at 4,445 dies. I'll just mention briefly that I noticed that most of the quarter dies I've seen from the 1998 sets have a slightly different shape than those of later years. The 1998 dies tend to have a wider base, while the 99 and on have straighter sides. In conclusion, I'm all for unique numismatic products that give us insight and help us learn more about coins and the processes used to mint them. I just feel that by completely defacing the dies, the mint missed the chance to create a truly special set. Even so, these sets are interesting conversation pieces and can still help to educate ourselves on what dies look and feel like. In my next video, we'll briefly look at the 10-year series of coin and die sets from the 50 State Quarters program, so stay tuned for that video. Let me know your thoughts on these 1998 coin and die sets in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and share it with a numismatic friend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.